Man, bringing you in here today, man, it's kind of overdue. I did everybody else, but for all fairness purposes, you missed your interview.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you had headlined at first, but introduce yourself and then we'll talk about that part.
Hello, everyone watching this through whatever portal you are watching this through. My name is Tim Jones. I am the CEO and one of the head MCs of Altruistic Vision. If you don't know what that is, get familiar, because I'm tired of telling people. Not really, I love telling people. That's like my whole entire life. So go find out what Altruistic Vision is, but today you're gonna learn about me.
I mean, so more importantly than just us being the media platform and da-da-da-da-da, and my name is Terrence Harris. We've already done that part before. You know what I mean? My guest today is somebody that's been very invested in just our personal relationship. You know what I mean? That's my friend. So I want to thank you, number one, for pulling up and coming to rock with us, sharing your story, bringing perspective to the platform. What's one thing that you've been doing as of late? I'll put a marker on the time frame, right? Let's say since the last time we had went to Cast Studios, that was the Halloween, John.
Yeah.
So what you been on since then?
So since then, I finally started the actual process of recording my album. I guess now would be a cool time to tell people that I'm working with fucking Smooth Waffle with that bitch. So he's gonna be engineering the entire thing, mixing and mastering all of it, and kind of helping me out with all the skits and all that fun shit that we're gonna be doing. So I started working on that. The band's gotten a little bit tighter. We started working on a lot more songs in our repertoire just because we've realized how much fun we all have playing different genres and opening us up. So that's been something that we've been working really hard on. I've been training the shit out of my artists because we have a new year coming up. We have hella new shows coming up. Since Altruistic Vision through our first show back in December, we kind of got that bug now to where we want to start throwing our own shows because I love performing. I love watching people when I'm talking my shit and they're like, oh, he just said that. That was dope as fuck. I really enjoy rapping. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do in life. Just nothing feels better than having a mic, being on stage, just kicking my shit with the band. So I'm really excited to get back into more shows this year, which I've done like, I'm gonna say like 8 since October, because like every promo practice I've been at. So I've been working with Vomit on some shit. I've been working with Ryan on his new album for Bedroom Beats.
Okay.
That's really it. Like, I've just been
okay. So we got some good things to touch up on, right? I got a whole nother set of questions, but I wanna dive into what you were just talking about. So the collaborations, we just gonna start right there. So collaboration wise, what's the standard? Like, what does it take to work with you? Because I'm asking because that's something that we talk about here all the time. Not even just me and you. Like, I just talk to people about that all the time, where it's like, you don't want to just work with everybody.
Nah.
So how does that work? How does somebody, not procedurally, like your taste wise, like what is the criteria?
You have to have bars.
Okay.
All right. You have to, like, your songs have to be good. Okay. All right, I'm
is that what makes the songs good?
Yeah, like
the bars.
Not just the bars. Like, it's about your style, your lyrical content, your bars, because that shit needs to be there. Like, your shit needs to be making sense. You can't just be saying some dumb ass lines that make no fucking sense, trying to put them all together in a song and be saying some random shit. Like, that should be making me mad. Like, if your song doesn't have a actual format to where, you know, I'm not saying you have to have the basic ass like
a story
hook. Not necessarily a story, it just has to make sense.
Okay.
Like, I have to listen to your song and be like, all right, cool, like, you're talking about something. If you just out here spitting a bunch of mumbo jumbo that's not put together well, I'm not gonna want to be around that shit at all.
Well, so then what is what do you rap about? Or does it have to be about what you rap about? Or do you have like a limit to what you rap about? How does that?
I definitely do have a limit to what I rap about. And
if I'm
a couple
like, let's
people
talk about politics. You're gonna get on my politics.
Yo, if you want to talk about politics, I'm gonna be in my fucking Run the Jewels bag.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be like, we gonna fucking kill the governments and behead them and all that type shit. But I refuse to do any form of like basic ass money, hoes, and clothes type shit.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's a no-no.
yeah, that's a no for me.
Okay.
I have one song where I say bitches.
I got
And
you.
is literally like the first line in my verse is I'm sorry for saying bitches.
Oh,
because
I
like
don't really count that.
yeah, the song is called For the Bitches, and
Right,
the
I
whole
was gonna
premise
say,
of the
yeah,
song.
I was just thinking of that. I'm like, isn't that
Yeah.
song for the bitches?
Yeah, like the whole premise of the song is like you can make a rap song that doesn't have to say bitches, but if you put bitches in the rap song, everybody's gonna fucking listen to it
Yeah,
and be
man.
like, hey.
Okay.
And like it kind of worked.
So
and
then
it like improved the point.
collaboratively, isn't that, ain't you working harder then? Like if you know collaboratively, you could get some fire bars, boom. Then you get you some, what'd you say, money, hellos and hoes rappers.
Yeah.
Get you a little feature from them. They say bitches. You go number one. Like why wouldn't you just?
Cause bro, I'm associated with that, and I can't be associated with suckage. And I can't be associated with some like
Okay.
bitch ass shit.
Okay, so I mean, so the main part about it then for you is it's like more of a, it's like it sounds like an integral thing. I don't want to put that in your mouth, but it's like the way you do your music and like the way you standard who you work with collaboratively with. There's like it's an integral thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take hip hop.
Why you? Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, why is it like that for you? Yeah.
Like I take this craft extremely serious, and some people just be coming up to rap just to come up and rap because they're like, oh, this shit easy, I can make money off of it, not realizing that the people who thought it was easy and make money off of it ain't doing shit now. Like where the fuck Lil Pump at, bro?
He said,
Like-
"Where has Lil Pump been?" Damn.
He done made his money and then disappeared because people were like, oh man, his music really is trash.
I mean, I think last time I heard he was doing the subscription thing, right? He was doing like OnlyFans. I don't know. Like that's what I thought he had an OnlyFans.
That's funny as
And
shit.
like I think he was selling mixtapes or something up there.
Bro.
Just trying to get directly to the consumer. So I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. Like, what's
Yeah,
going
let
on
us
with Lil
know.
Pump?
Let me
Yeah.
know if I'm wrong about him.
You know what I mean?
But like, I don't think I am.
I haven't
'cause-
heard, but like you said, the mainstream media. I get what you mean. They ain't
Yeah.
really been tapping in with him lately.
And it's like, for me specifically, hip hop itself. So hip hop itself, from what I know, is an acronym, which stands for Higher Infinite Power, Healing Our People. And I think I heard that from KRS-One, who was one of the first MCs that I ever heard. And one of his first songs I heard was MCs Act Like They Don't Know. And it's this whole thing about like MCs be tripping because people be out here trying to rap, not taking this shit seriously, giving people like me who take this shit seriously a bad name. My mom refuses to listen to my music because she swears all rap music is money, hoes, and clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I get what
Mom,
you're
just
saying.
listen to my shit. Like, just listen to one song. That's all I'm asking,
Like
is just
you
one song,
said,
and
you
realize
gotta
that
hold
not
up the
everything is like that.
torch.
Like,
Dang.
and if you listen to all of my friends and everybody who I fuck with and make music with, you'll realize that's not all it is. And there's a whole entire generation of people like my mom who won't fuck with my music strictly off of some of these people who be out here just shitting out their ass. Like that's what it is. Like they just fucking shitting on tracks and being like, there you go. Like people be talking about like, oh man, we gotta have all of our music on all platforms. I'm like, you better make sure your music is all platform fucking good enough before you out here worrying about being on all platforms. Like, is your shit mixed and mastered well enough to be on all platforms? Is your shit radio ready? No? Then you shouldn't be on all platforms.
Okay, so dang. You
And that's why I'm not on all
good.
platforms, because I personally don't think my shit's radio ready yet.
Okay, well then that even helps. Yeah, that's gonna make my next question even better as far as getting to know your process. I want to go into another part of what you was bringing up when I was asking you how you've been lately. Artist development, right? I started thinking about artist development. You started mentioning working with the collective that you're in. We're gonna get to that as well, and then then we can even just talk about what you mentioned just now, like where the quality or the process of your music is currently, why you haven't made it onto them platforms. Where are you at with artist development? Like, how do you prioritize that? What is to be prioritized? How can you not be a suck artist? Like, how can we heal the nation of sickly artist?
First things first, people gotta memorize their shit and practice. Like, memorization is the most important thing when it comes to your shit. Because even if you fuck up, you'll have it memorized to the point where you'll be able to twist that shit and nobody gonna know you fuck up. I fuck up songs all the time, but nobody knows because I have my shit perfected to the point where I can perfectly time, like, oh shit, I'm about to mess up this word, let me throw something else in, and then boom, I'm still right back in it. And that just all comes from me practicing. Like, I sit in the mirror and talk to myself all the time, and I'll just rap my shit in the mirror. My girl and I started going to the gym. I was on the motherfucking elliptical rapping my shit, because if I can run and rap my shit, I can stand and rap my shit easy. And that's something that I feel a lot of people don't do. Like, y'all just don't practice. Like, y'all just come out here with your little karaoke tracks and just let the track do all the work for you and just scream all your favorite parts.
Yeah.
Like, that's not rapping. That's karaoke. If I want to watch some karaoke, I'm gonna go to some bar in Delco and watch a bunch of drunk old white people singing Don't Stop Believing, because that's what's gonna be happening.
I know when you said the, like when I started visualizing what you just mentioned as far as how people perform currently, or I guess the, not the vibe that they give off, more of the entertainment, right? They, it's more of an act, if you will, or maybe just like it's more revolved around the performance more than the execution. What do you do, for the people that you work with to keep them in line? The reason why I'm hesitating a little bit with the questions is because I don't want it to seem as if, it's a one-sided question, because I know you well enough. But I want to give you an opportunity to explain good for everyone else, because you're opening up a really good conversation, and you're giving me so much more questions. So that's if I can just even restate the question for you more simply. How do you hold others accountable for what you're saying? Because a lot of people don't want to do it, man. Let me just say it straight up. Yeah, that's how I gotta be straight up. A lot of people don't want to do what you're saying, Tim.
And that's okay, and I understand that. But if you want me to perform with you and you want to fuck with me and you want to be part of my shit, then there's a standard and there's etiquette that you have to follow. So that goes into the artist development and, like you said, whether it's exercise and practice and just all the regimens. Yeah, like if you go see Tyler the Creator live, the only time you're going to hear him rapping over himself is during his chorus, his hooks, and the occasional ad-libs that are throughout his songs. Other than that, he's rapping the entire show. So there is no reason that y'all can't tell me that you can't do it. Because every major rapper is doing that shit. You go see Nas live, Nas is rapping all his shit. You see Outkast live, dog? You think Andre's not rapping all of his shit, bro? Fucking Rose's live is fucking crazy as shit. Seeing Andre do that shit without the track is fucking awesome. He be hitting the shit out of them notes, dog. And it's like, to me personally, it takes away from what that person's doing, especially if I fuck with you. Because there's a lot of people who I know have amazing voices, have amazing stage presence, and have fucking the full artist package. But as soon as I hear you're rapping over your track and I get lost in your track and I can't hear you over it, I'm done. Because like, what's the point of me watching you if I can't hear you? Yeah. There's different inflections that a person gives when they're rapping or performing live than their track does. Yeah. The track is going to be the same basic thing that they put out that I'm already listening to. I don't want to listen to the track live. I want to listen to you. I want to hear your breaths. I want to hear if you're messing up or not. And I'm not judging if people mess up, because I mess up all the time. Yeah. I love when people tell me I mess up, because that means you know my songs well enough to know that I'm messing up. Yeah. It's like you fuck with me so heavy that you realize that I just fucked up that word. And they be like, Tim, I heard that shit. And I'm like, you heard that shit? You heard that shit? Hey, you heard that shit. Because that means you know all of my words. And it's like, I want to get to that level with all the people that I fuck with. Like, you've seen me before when you perform or when Smooths perform. I'm rapping all y'all shit because I'm up there, because I fuck with y'all heavy, because y'all have great music. Yeah. A lot of the people that we fuck with have great music, but it's the difference in performance is what gets to me, because like,
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of people nowadays, they want to be seen, man. They're not trying to be heard. You think about it, like,
That's
most
lame
people
as
just
shit
want
to
to be
me.
seen. They
That's
don't
just
really, they're like,
lame.
look at me. So like, you don't need to hear me. I'll lip sing it. You know, I got a nice outfit on. I got my people around me. We gonna jump. We gonna mosh. We gonna dance. We gonna do whatever it is. Like you said, that's entertaining. But yeah, I don't really need to get so much into the song because, some people are just trying to be seen, man.
And that's not the crowd that I want to be a part of. That's the entertainer niggas. That's the rapping niggas.
Okay.
That's not like, there's MCs and then there's rappers.
Yeah, like there's a spectrum
Yeah.
you kind of made earlier when you said like Lil Pump and Tyler. I saw a spectrum.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's like everything in between.
Where it's like, you got the rappers who get their bread, spend that shit on dumb shit and rap about dumb shit. Then you got the MCs who are out here trying to change the world. You know, 90% of these MCs got businesses and charities and all this shit so they can give back to the communities and build. Because that's what the point of hip hop is to me. Like I said earlier, higher infinite power, healing our people.
Yeah.
Words are
you say it
spells.
like that now, it comes together, right?
Yeah, words are spells. We put these spells into music, which is vibrations that are transferred, and it's literal programming. Like, so when people listen to our music, we're programming them. I'm not gonna give you no bullshit. I'm not gonna program some dumb shit into your mind and have you feeling like, you know, you're not the coolest motherfucker alive. When people listen to my shit, I want them to be like, damn, I may be struggling, but I am the illest nigga ever. Like, to me, we are astral beings having a human experience of doing whatever the fuck we want to do. And not enough people are out here doing what the fuck they want to do. So like, to me, I use hip hop as a vessel to be like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because that's the best vessel for me. It may not be the best vessel for, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
But they got to find their vessel.
Right.
And if my music helps you find your vessel, then I did my job.
More importantly, right? Like, and that, so is that what, for artist development's sake, is that kind of what, not kind of what, let's be very direct and define it. AV, is that what your role in AV is like you just said, help be a catalyst for people to find their vessel or their moves or their motives? Like, how does what you're saying play as a role or an influence on the collective that you've made and are a part of?
For lack of a better terms, that's exactly what I am. I'm the, I don't want to say artist development because I don't focus on artist development. Like, I get them, Kate gets them their shows, and I'm the one who runs the rehearsals.
Okay.
And I push my artists to be the best that I believe that they can be. And I see potential within each of them that they don't always see.
Okay.
And it's my job to make sure that their fire is constantly flamed. Whether that's being on their ass about raising their standards and doing specific things, not better, because I don't want to say better, because all of them are constantly growing, but for a lack of a better term, you know, be like, oh, you got to do this better. That's my job.
Okay.
It's to remind them that they are greater than they remember they are. Because every artist has the day where they don't want to perform and they're fucked up off their shit. And it's my job to step in and be like, look, you wanted to do this. You are an artist. Like, I'm going to use Courage as an example. Like, if she's upset before a show, it's Kate and I's job to step in and remind her, like, motherfucker, you're Courage. Like, people come to you and listen to your shows. Like, you got them grinding towards the light, motherfucker. Like, and that was the perfect segue to explaining, like, what I feel music does. Like, it translates, it's a language that can be translated into any form that everyone understands. And it's our job as artists to translate the, I'm fucking up.
No, you have it.
It's like
they're here to translate the music so people can.
yeah. See, but I
Yeah,
say
get it.
things and then I think that I sound crazy.
No,
Right?
bro.
Because
I got it. I was hitting.
like I was talking to one of my friends earlier today, Gemini, and we were talking about how I feel it's important that, you know, a lot of people who deserve it get paid for their shit. And I was like, we as artists don't take ourselves seriously enough because society has told us that this isn't a real profession. But music is in movies, music is in commercials, music is in fucking
everywhere. It's in the doctor's office. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. You can't go anywhere without hearing music.
A little something. You know what I'm saying?
You know, society tells us that from a young age, like, oh, that's not worth it. You got to go be a doctor. And you can have that shit be, you know, on the side. But if we start developing our artists from a young age and developing them as soon as we see that they can flourish and see their potential, then the sky's the fucking limit. Like,
So I mean, explain. I guess for everyone who doesn't know, what is altruistic vision, and you know, dive into that for us then.
altruistic vision right now is a collective of artists and musicians who've come together to kind of shake up how the music world is seen right now.
Word.
Where I'm from, the whole entire music scene is cover bands of 80s, 90s, and early 2000s rock music, which I have nothing against because I'm a guitarist. I love all types of music. But what I do have an issue with is that there's not a good enough representation of the youth in music. Hip hop is the #1 genre and has been for the past like 4 or 5 years. And, you know, I'm gonna just say it blunt as fuck, like, where I'm from is racist as shit. Like, not where I'm from specifically, I'm from Chester. So, like, I didn't really have to deal with a lot of racism other than people just being like, oh, you're half white, like, haha, that's funny. But, you know, when I'm out in Ridley or Swarthmore, like, they look at me like I'm a goddamn alien. So, I wanted to be able to, as I was saying earlier, translate and show these people that there's more to hip hop and R&B and black music than people think there is. Because there's this stigma where I'm from that hip hop is money, hoes, clothes, guns, and violence.
Yeah.
And like, that shit's old. That shit's played out. Like, and even if it was, 99% of that shit still dumps. You can't tell me that Straight Outta Compton isn't one of the greatest fucking albums of all time. But that's besides the point. Like, our goal is to make our county realize that there's more to life than just covering other people's songs and playing them at bars for cheap ass money. And my personal end goal for Altruistic Vision is to be an international label where I can give artists the chance to be signed artists without losing their souls. And what I mean by that is they're under Altruistic Vision as a label, but they keep 100% of their masters. They keep 100% of their royalties. And it's the way that music should be. Like, you know, Altruistic Vision as a label would be investors into their career. And, you know, we make money off of like me as an artist and merch and all of that shit. But all of my peoples and everybody under Altruistic Vision, they get everything that is theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Courage is going out and she's being featured on a song, all that bread's going to Courage. None of that's coming to Altruistic Vision. And that's the standard that I want to set for labels and I want to set for the music world, because nobody should be making money off of shit that they didn't do work on. So I just hope that Altruistic Vision, you know, can have everybody see the truth of how the music industry should be.